Hey YouTube, 32 valve Nomad here. How you doing? Okay, so I've been reworking my 4.6 liter. Decided to pull it out. Was going to do an intake head swap. If, as you guys know, I had a Mark 8 engine that I had rebuilt and changed up a little bit and installed into the 2002 Mustang. And so it had the B heads. I kept the Mark intake and all that. So, but recently here, I decided to go ahead and take the jump because I had purchased a set of C heads years ago and just now got around to doing them. Did some port work on the exhaust. They're early C heads. They're tumble port heads. Sorry for the sun there. So if you've noticed on the tumble port heads versus a newer C head, which they are one and the same with some little differences. The early tumble port heads, like on your 99, 01 Cobra, Continentals, those heads, those have a more oval port, similar to the B heads. Whereas the newer Mach 1 Terminator, those heads have a square port. Okay, and if you've ever gotten a 4-valve gasket from like Ford Motorsports or anything like that, you can tell the difference. So basically, what I did was I'll go ahead out here in a few, and I'll show you this. But basically, you know, I widened the port up a little bit, cleaned it up, and squared it off like the newer ports. So finally I got done with that, but one of the things that I wanted to make this video primarily for was that one thing that I have had a problem with is being able to clean aluminum. Okay, I know there's all different chemicals, cleaners. Most of the time I use brake cleaner and I wipe it down and so such, but when I'm dealing with aluminum parts, sorry about that, bug. Any which way, years ago when I did this engine, I sent off the cylinder heads to a place called Engine Machine Shop in Potterville, Michigan. And when they came back, now these heads that were sent out, okay, that were on the original Mark engine, they were so bad. When I say bad, the car that I got it from, the guy had ran it to where it overheated so bad the engine just stopped. The computer said no more, and it stopped. When we pulled it apart, the spark plug boots were literally fused inside the heads. So you can tell you about how bad it was. There's also little plugs in the heads, and I pulled one out when I was disassembling it, and to tell you, a long little strip, well, not a strip I would say, but a gelatinous tube of oil that had caked up behind that plug came out with the plug. So it was quite dirty. Those heads were bad. I took them in, had them surfaced, and they came out phenomenal, very clean. I don't know how they did it or what they used. Machine shops I called around my town tell me, oh, just use elbow grease. We're not going to put it in our, you can't hot take it, stuff like that, you know, detergents, whatever. So I've been looking around YouTube and trying to find different methods of cleaning. I seen some mag cleaner. Some guy was using that on some cast aluminum, and it looked really good. But I don't have any of that stuff right now. So one thing I do remember having that I never really thought of until now is that when I bought this house, one thing it came with was some stuff from the previous owner. And that guy, apparently, before he passed away, liked to build gliders, like full-size gliders, hence why I have this very large Quonset hut behind me. He liked flying gliders, I think small aircraft, things of that nature. So one thing I did notice when I was going through cleaning things up, was this. This is called, it's from a company called Aero Magnolia, and it's called Carbonex. Here's, let me get out of the sun here. There you go. I know it's backwards, but it's called Carbonex. Aero Magnolia. And it's super strength concentrate, Air Force specification, non-flammable, non-toxic, and non-corrosive. So I'm like, okay, well, how well will this work, right? Especially on a head that's got, well, the new ones that semi-new. The ones I pulled off from the yard were pretty carboned up and very oil stained. So, just let me read a little bit here. It says here, can be applied with a spray gun, rag, brush. Application on heavy buildup or rag or brush will aid in cleaning. Just hose off and let dry. And it tells you can dilute it. Different applications are going to cost for different dilutions. I tried it straight off the bottle, and let me tell you, that brown oil that you see on engine parts that's like caked on, and you try to spray stuff off, and it just doesn't really come off? Yeah, I just wiped it on there, instantly gone. So, and it also says here, this degreaser, sorry, will completely remove all grease and oil, anodize the surface to retard rusting, will not corrode aluminum or aluminum alloys. Okay, so I figured, okay, it's aeronautic stuff, aviation. I've looked it up on the internet. It's decently priced, actually, for what it is, and apparently it's all over the aviation world. So I decided, hey, why not try this out? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. So, okay, let me go ahead and show you what I was talking about. Now, I will recommend, even though it says non-toxic, all that stuff, I would always recommend you wear gloves. Fortunately, I don't have any right now at the second. But I'm going to go ahead and spray this on here and show you what I got going on. So I mixed some with some water, just diluted it in some water. And I'll go ahead and spray it on. And I got a little plastic bristle brush here, and let me just go ahead and agitate this up. Now, apparently, I do have this diluted quite a bit from full strength, so this will give you quite a reference. And I would also probably suggest maybe using hot water. I thought about also trying, I have one of those steam sharks, and I thought about trying that as well, and see how that works. So let me go ahead and just wipe this off. It's kind of hard to do here. Get a single shot. Okay, seeing all that dirt there? It's typical carbon stuff. Now, I'd have to go over it again a little bit because I can see where there's some markings. But as you can see here, I just wiped that off there a little bit from what I was doing. And yeah, this stuff is amazing. So let's go ahead and do this. I've been working on this over here, and I don't know, it's kind of hard to see with the light or lack thereof, but let's go ahead and spray this on. Now, this was a lot worse. I used it just a little bit before I started this video. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it down just to see what we get. Now, this is going, these are going tomorrow to get resurfaced. so I'm not real worried about the surface itself off the bat. I mean, I'm not going crazy with it, but you get the point. Let me just get most of this juice off here. I gotta take these down and get them washed off here in a second. But just a quick wipe up. Now, these have been marked, or I should say stained up a little bit because of I was trying different things, chemicals on this, brake clean, simple green. I had some multi-cleaner from Croftgate. I tried that. So far, just wiping this off. I don't know, it's kind of hard to see, but it takes the carbon right off. There's just no joke. I'm pleased with this product. But yeah, I looked on their website. I haven't really did too much research on where to find it, but I seen that on their main website they wanted, I think it's 3 gallons, or for a 4-gallon box, it's like $33 a gallon. And I tell you, just by doing this, just by working this up, it cuts the carbon. The intakes are really bad. Apparently this engine had some oil leakage because this these ports, the intake ports, are really carboned up. And okay guys, so I just used some water and rinsed off all the stuff, and I figured I'd show you how she looks with this Carbon X stuff that I have. And I'll tell you what, this is just really the first pass. I have just a little plastic brush, and you guys remember seeing this before this happened. And yeah, that's just with a light scrub with a plastic bristle brush, not the snow brush, little black one I got. Anyway, you can see that most of that carbon oil buildup is gone. So I'm sure with hotter water and, you know, a little more attention to detail with brush would rein these things in supremely clean. But I tell you what, it's that stuff does wonders, man. And again, guys, it's called Carbon X. There's the can, or the bottle. It's a gallon jug. I seen online from the website you can get it for like $33 a bottle. I think they come in a bottle of 4, so it's $33 a piece. But usually it lasts you forever. You dilute it in water. You can use it straight up. It says it doesn't harm aluminum. So, and I wholly agree with it. It's cleaned it up really well. Couple sprays on it and that stuff just disappears. So here it is. All right, guys, see ya.